Over half of women who have been physically or sexually abused have not reported their abuses, nor have they told anyone of their abuse. This was according to the 2022 Ghana Demographic and Health Survey carried out by the Ghana Statistical Service, which among other things measured the prevalence of domestic violence in Ghanaian household. According to the report, 14% of women aged 17 to 49 have ever experienced sexual violence by any perpetrator. 13% of never married women, 15% of women who are married or living with an intimate partner, and 21% of women who are divorced, separated, or widowed have ever experienced sexual violence. The survey further revealed that about 10% of men aged 15 to 24 have two or more partners. 35.2% have had sexual intercourse with persons who neither their wives nor lived with them. So what are some of the reasons why men engage in multiple sexual relations? When the news hit the street to find out.
It is for different feelings. One say obawe two different feelings. Obia on the feelings. So only way feeling we are on himself feeling A, also try feeling B. So and obabia feelings in your pet. No, obia on the taste. What's into different tastes. What's as acquire self different.
Like within that age range, that's when the adolescent you start growing. And then if you start seeing girls' buttocks and their breasts popping out, like that's when you start feeling some things inside your body. And like variety is the spice of life. Like you said, like this one is different from this one. And you see small buttocks, you see cute buttocks, you want to taste all, you want to taste all. That's why you have multiple sex partners.
Away from that, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame has attributed the delays during Major Maxwell Mahama's trial to a faulty juror system, which he said the government is taking measures to reform. Despite the verdict of the jury leading to a life sentence on 12 of the accused persons, the Attorney General noted that there were avoidable delays that led to the trial lasting for over 6 years. According to the Attorney General, a major reform that is being initiated is to abolish the jury system or vary it. He made this known when the family of the late Major Mahama visited the Attorney General's department to express appreciation of the ruling. Meanwhile, the mother of the late Major Mahama, Veronica Bamford, expressed gratitude that though her son had a gun on him during the attack, he did not shoot anybody in the process. Away from that, let's move on to politics. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has given strong indications that the next NDC government will investigate the impasse between the people of Krobo and the Electricity Company of Ghana, which led to the death of a young man with several others injured. This comes in the wake of the standoff between the indigents of the Manya Krobo area and ECG in 2022, which resulted in the latter disconnecting of electricity supply to the areas for several weeks. The incident led to one dead with others severely injured. Mahama, addressing transport union operators and traders at Agomanya in the Lower Manya Krobo constituency, expressed disappointment on how the situation was handled, saying he would investigate the matter to sanction the corporates and compensate families of victims. He stated that the NDC appealed to the MPP to compensate the victims and their families when the incident happened, but the party turned a deaf ear to the matter, leaving affected people in distress. Mr. Mahama further indicated that he has not changed his stance on commercializing Okada operations and says he will license and regulate their activities when voted into office. National Democratic Congress flag bearer John Mahama has expressed his opposition in LGBTQ plus activities. The former president made this known during an address to Zongo chiefs in Koforidua on Wednesday, January 31. Mr. Mahama, a member of the Assemblies of God Church, emphasized that his faith condemns such acts. He strongly stated his disapproval of homosexualities. However, he mentioned that the government led by President Akufo-Addo has indicated that the anti-LGBTQ plus bill currently before Parliament will not be signed into law. Ningo Prampram MP Sam George has urged Ghana's Parliament to stand firm and not yield to the warnings from Virginia Palmer, the U.S. ambassador to Ghana, regarding the passage of the anti-LGBTQ plus bill. In a media interview, he emphasized the importance of upholding Ghanaian values and belief system instead of succumbing to external pressures or adversaries. Mr. George asserted the crucial needed for Ghanaians to recognize the significance of preserving their cultural identity and principles. The Senior Staff Association of Public Universities says it is yet to decide whether to call off its strike, despite a plea from the National Labour Commission to do so pending a meeting with the government on February 1, 2024. The unions announced a strike due to the government's failure to address concerns related to persons and the alleged wrongful cancellation of their overtime allowances. Speaking to the media, the national chairman of the association, Isaac Donko, said a meeting within the week will finalize their decision to either call off the strike or continue with it while engaging the government. Away from the students of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology was left stranded on campus as they were denied access to some facilities on the first day of the Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana strike. TEWU Ghana declared an indefinite nationwide strike following an emergency National Executive Council meeting on Wednesday over what they say is the government failure to pay extra duty and car maintenance allowances and Tier 2 pension funds, among others. The national president, Suleimana Abdul Rahman, speaking after the commencement of the strike, told journalists that task force will be put in place to ensure that total compliance of the over 10,000 members in all public universities. He added that he expects every member of the union to comply to press home their demands to the government. On the campus of KNUST, the industrial action of TEWU Ghana is already biting hard as students are denied access to the university library and lecture halls, which remain closed as a result of the strike. President of TEWU Ghana KNUST, Charles Arthur, says while he is pleased with the compliance, he warned that should government continue to play hardball, the university's management as well as management of other public universities will have no choice but to shut down their campuses. To the international front, the African Union has declared a deep regret over the decision over the weekend by military regimes in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to pull out of the West African regional bloc, ECOWAS. The three nations accused ECOWAS of posing a threat to their sovereignty. They had all been founding members when ECOWAS was set up almost 50 years ago. In a statement from Musa Faki Mahamat, the AU's Commission chairperson, called on regional leaders to intensify the dialogue between the ECOWAS leadership and the three aforementioned countries. And YouTube has terminated the official channel of disgraced Nigerian tele-evangelist TB Joshua's mega church for violating its hate speech policies. It comes weeks after an investigation by the BBC and Open Democracy uncovered evidence of widespread sexual abuse and torture by the late preacher. Emmanuel TV played a key role in his rise from local pastor to global star. TB Joshua died in 2021, but his synagogue church of all nations is now run by his wife Evelyn Joshua. The church has not commented on the removal, but has said previous allegations of wrongdoing have been unfounded. And that ends Windy News compilation today. Let's take a recap of the headlines. Department of Political Science Education of the University of Education, Winneba, hold its third annual colloquium. Ghana Football Association cautioned Norton MP Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa to desist from engaging in cheap political commentary. And to some international stories, YouTube blog TB Joshua account amid widespread human rights violations. You can follow us on all our social media handles at Radio Windy Bay on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Or better still, log on to the university's homepage at www.uew.edu.gh. My name is Nana Ama Nyameke Baini. Let me same time next week. Have a good morning.